Bachelor Nation, will you accept this rose? We love you. Love is in the air.
It's magic.
'Cause love is on the air.
On TV.
So love is on the air.
Podcast.
It's a podcast.
Podcast.
Love is in the air.
It's magic.
'Cause love is on the air.
On TV.
So love is on the air.
A podcast.
It's a podcast. Andy, Liv, Sarah, and Glenn. Bachelor Pod, it's the Bachelor Pod. It's a podcast about the Bachelor.
The Bachelor Pod starts now.
This is a Bachelor Pod special report, off-season special report, starring the stars of the Bachelor Pod. We've got 4 stars of the Bachelor Pod here for a special report.
This automated voice sure does repeat things.
Wheel, special report.
Special report, special report.
Hello, everyone.
That's sort of like building it up a little. This isn't super special. It's more of a report, I guess.
I think it's very special.
I mean,
special.
It's like special in your heart special. Like
Yeah.
how love is special. Not like a Lamborghini Countach is also special.
It's a special edition.
Yeah, it is and it isn't.
Well,
Okay,
it is and it isn't.
I think it is because, guys, here we are. We've got some hot gossip. We got some gossip about our own lives. We got gossip about bachelor lives. And we actually have some stuff that maybe people don't even know about right now.
There has been so much going on in this off season that we
lot.
had to create this episode,
This very special episode.
very special episode of this podcast to talk about it all because we just had to get it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and really, there's tons of stuff we missed over the last, what has it been, 2 months or so.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are all Bachelor fans out there, so a lot of it you probably caught wind of. But we're just gonna gab a bit about things that are happening right now. Talk about how excited we are for the upcoming season, which is gonna debut in 2 weeks,
Yep.
Yeah.
and we'll just kind of shoot the shit, right?
Yeah,
That
let's
kind of-
shoot it. Let's shoot the shit.
It's like a warm up, spring training. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. We always talk about doing this. And since there's been so much stuff happening, I don't know if my mic is on.
It is. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, why would you not think that? Why would
just
you not
feels-
think that? It's making all the things. And
Yeah,
it's-
but I
This
just
is why
can't
we
hear it.
train, because this
Yeah.
happened in the regular season. We'd
Everything-
be so embarrassed.
We'd be screwed. But who cares? We'd be flippity floppity in this episode. Oh, there Andy's showing me all the jumping of my voice. I get it. I get it.
yeah, man, it's working. You're good.
That's what those lines are.
See those
hold-
little lines there? Those are your voice.
I've been personally doing my own podcast
That's true.
called Dancing with the Comedians. So I'm learning all how to do this. Andy's our producer, but he does make us do a lot of it on our own.
yeah,
Well, that's good on Andy. You gotta, send him out there.
Gotta
That's-
send the troops out.
Bachelor Pod listeners probably caught the first 2 episodes on
Yeah,
our feed, and then
I have been
hopefully they all
pushing-
moved over to the new one.
We ask Andy every week if he'll keep sending our podcast over the Bachelor feed because then we'll
Can't
get
muddy
more.
that feed.
You can't muddy the feed. You
don't want to
I
muddy
can't
feed.
do that.
We're gonna do the finale on it, and that's it.
Okay, well, I don't
That's
know.
what
about
you
that.
said.
Yeah, I don't know. Did I say that?
You
I
did.
don't remember saying that. Anyways,
You had plenty of time to establish your brand.
Nick is not on it anymore. It's no longer relevant.
No, Nick isn't on him. We'll get to that.
That's
we'll get
true.
to that.
Well, we were checking the archives there. We haven't really had a good long chat with you guys since March 7th. You guys are still in LA. We're still in Toronto. So I guess we had a little bit of a chat before that, but for the most part, we're not even really caught up with each other.
Yeah.
So guys, tell us about your LA lifestyle. What have you seen? What have you done that's worth mentioning that the people out there might want to know?
We went to
What-
Universal
what beats-
Studios.
Celebrity sightings or
Oh.
Oh yeah.
maybe some bad auditions you've been on or what have you.
Okay. We went
Well,
to
yeah.
Universal Studios.
We went to Universal Studios.
Went to Harry Potter World, and it was amazing.
It was great. I had butterbeer for the first time ever.
It was very good.
and it's
It's
good.
root beer, but with like
No.
It's like
Oh.
it's
Tastes like
honestly,
butterbeer.
it's exactly what I thought it would taste like.
Yeah, they killed it.
It's like it's perfect. It's butterscotch, like
Something.
cream soda, basically.
Yeah, it was very good. We got in a cold glass. That was very cool.
Yeah, and you think like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
No.
But then you're like, but then you drink it and you're like, oh yeah, this is roughly as good as cream soda.
And we drank it at the Three Broomsticks.
I love that this is the thing that we're really talking about. We're saying you can get butterbeer
Highlight
at
of
a
the last
lot
2
of
months.
places.
But it was very
But
fun.
it was very fun.
Very fun. They have really good rides there because we went to Disney 2 years ago here in LA, and it was good. But the rides are better at
Rides are
Universal.
better for sure. You can really snake up there in the lines if you go to the single rider. Like if you're going to these things, you gotta go single rider.
Gotta go
every
single
time.
rider
No
every
matter what
time.
your group is like, go single rider.
Yeah, you'll end
You'll
up
thank
together
us.
sometimes too.
It's been so long since I've been to a theme park. I didn't
know.
get that at first.
Yeah, there's
but
a
now I
single
see
rider
what the system
line,
is. Yeah.
and then there's the line for everyone else, and you'll just zoom through it with single rider.
It was really fun, and we rode
know
the Harry
what?
Potter board a lot.
We have been together for 11 years, and I've never been to an amusement park with you.
It's because I don't like them.
That's kind of crazy.
I don't like rides. I don't like amusement parks.
You don't like fun.
That's not true. I
Huge
like water
difference.
parks, and if we ever go to a water park, I'm
Oh,
going
I
to cause so
know.
much mischief. They're going to be really mad at me by the
You
end of
and
it.
my dad will do that.
I love water park mischief.
So does my dad.
Yeah, I want to go with your dad.
Specifically,
He
what
grew up
kind of
pissing me
mischief?
off at water parks, and then I'm sure I'll spend the rest of my life with you pissing me off at
Well,
water
trying to
parks.
flip tubes, fighting each other on tubes.
My dad was always a fan of clogging the
slide.
yeah.
Oh,
Your
Trying
dad's
to
a
flip
regular
me in a
Homer
big
Simpson.
tube. I got hurt. I yelled at him. Good times.
Yeah, that kind of.
We went
Speaking
to a
of
water
Homer
park.
Simpson and flipping tubes, there's also like a Simpsons world there
Yeah.
at Universal, which I was very taken with. I thought it was really great. It
Yeah.
was because like Simpsons had a big impact on our childhood.
Yep.
Glenn, I know
Steph.
that, and a lot of people. So it was really fun and weird being in a theme park where I was like, oh look, cool, it's Moe's. Like even though it's just a crappy
Version of
restaurant,
Moe's?
basically
Yeah.
like cafeteria style restaurant, you're just kind of like sick.
but Krusty Burger
And
was
Mo-
like, well, this is what Krusty Burger would be
Yeah,
like.
it's just like a full-on crusty burger,
Yeah.
and then like we went on the Simpsons ride that used to be the Back to the Future ride, and like I just wished it was Back to the Future the whole time.
It was nowhere near as good as the Back to the Future ride.
No, it wasn't very good at
No,
all.
it was brutal.
didn't like
it was
it.
like watching a cartoon and moving around.
The
a
other
bit.
rides were great. The Harry Potter one was awesome.
Was
we went on
so
that.
good.
We went on that like 3 times.
It did stop in the middle of it, and I was sitting beside our friend Anessa, and she just went, "My actual nightmare." It was
dark.
terrifying. Like all the video went out, and we were just there. It was scary.
So aside from Universal, which was very fun, we've been to lots of beaches. We went
Lots
to
of beaches.
We went to a beach out in Malibu that had like
It's gorgeous.
lots of waves.
Yeah.
That was fun. Saw lots of surfers. Every time we've gone though, the water's been ice fucking cold.
Yes.
Oh no.
So
Yeah. yeah.
Anessa, Andy's
dips.
So
No
Andy's
dips.
heading out next week back home, and then I'm like a week after him. But our now roommate, we're in a new apartment here, as you can see if you're watching on YouTube. We're in a different spot. She's like, "What do you want to do?" And we're like, "Pool." We want pool
Yeah, we want to go to a pool because I want to actually get in the water.
and swim. So we're going to a pool on Friday.
We did have some minor celebrity sightings.
Very minor.
Very minor.
We go to the Grove a lot. It's usually at the
yeah.
Grove where you're. It was at the Grove.
It was both were at the
times,
Grove.
2 different trips.
So the Grove is this outdoor mall here. That's pretty famous. One time is while my mom was here. My mom came to visit for a week. We saw a very melty looking Shannon Tweed.
Yeah.
She was there. And then also I saw the girl who plays the daughter on Veep. So there you go.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Not
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like I think that's truly it.
We might have seen.
Did we see anyone else?
I think I've seen like some shows with people that are like semi well known in them, but that's about it.
We had a big show here ourselves.
We had a
did
big
at
show
the
here. Yeah, we
Comedy
did a.
Central
Beauty,
stage
beauty.
here
We
at
had
the
some
Hudson Theater.
cool people out. Yeah.
And yeah, we had a good crowd and did some characters and stuff, and it was a big night. It was very good.
We're settling
Successful.
in more here. I have we got more stuff going on than we've ever had before, so
Yeah.
it's good.
But
That's,
it's been a
our
blast.
realness.
We've had a good time.
Yeah. What about you guys? What's happening in Toronto?
Well, here's the thing about Toronto right now. Normally, we don't have a spring. It usually goes from winter to directly into summer. So it'll go from like, an American temperature, I don't know what it is, but, like freezing to not freezing, like warm, sunny, everyone's out. This year, we kind of had a spring and are currently embroiled in one, but it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Like, temperatures have been cool enough that you need a jacket all the time. And I'm not talking about a thin jacket. I'm talking about a jacket.
Step below
Sub-winter,
parka, yeah.
between parka and spring. So
Yeah.
it's been in, I mean, for the Canadians listening, around like 9, 10 is about as high as it gets.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but
Double it and add 30.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
cares?
I remember that from the Bob and Doug McKenzie album.
yeah, I'll always remember that.
Yeah.
Double it at 30.
Yeah, that's what my dad always said.
So, besides that, well, Liv and I were lucky. We got to go on vacation to South Carolina a couple weeks ago to make up for our hurricane-ravaged South Carolina vacation in October.
yeah.
That never
Oh,
happened.
right.
So we played a little golf and a little tennis, did a little swimming, ate some seafood.
Yeah.
Didn't see any celebs.
No.
Yeah, South
I was
Carolina, not
like,
known for their celebs.
I asked Liv, what do you think is the most famous person who's been here? And you were like, Paul F. Tompkins' wife? 'Cause
No, I said him because his
Oh, yeah.
wife is from around there.
Right. So we didn't see any celebs, but
she-
it was very.
She posted a picture of an audition she was at with the sign-in sheet, his wife, and I'm on the sign-in sheet.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a weird connection you guys
Yeah.
just made.
That is
So
a
we
weird
auditioned for the same
Who's
thing.
Paul F. Tompkins' wife? Like, what?
I don't know, but she was at a commercial
Some
audition.
woman. I don't know.
Lisa F. Tompkins.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, our friend Nicole sent me a screenshot.
That's so
Wicked.
weird.
So she was talking about, she was like making fun of her friend, but if you look at the top, I'm on the.
You're on. Yeah, I know. Remember you told me that. Yeah, you showed
Yeah.
me that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Besides that, I don't know. I've been playing guitar. Lives on a better shift at work, so we've been eating
Yeah.
dinner together for the first time ever.
nice.
That's nice.
That's
That's
pretty
great.
good.
Oh, we should say really quickly. We mentioned this to you guys before we started recording, but Sarah and I did move out of the place we were subletting here in Los Angeles because there was a scary prostitute living next door to
Yeah,
us.
there were Johns going upstairs.
And there were
every
people
night.
coming upstairs and knocking on our door all the time. And one time, a guy was outside at like 6 a.m. screaming about how he couldn't breathe and how she took his wallet.
The scariest thing for me is people knocking on our door looking
Yeah, that was
for a
the scary part,
prostitute, and
yeah.
I would answer the door and say, "Not the place," and have to
Happened to
close
me
the
too.
door.
Happened to me too. Remember?
Yeah, happened to Andy too. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Also, people, homeless man kept stealing our packages, and I hated it
Confirmed.
so much.
Confirmed. A
Whoa.
homeless guy stole a bunch of our stuff, but you know what are you gonna do, right? But we're in a better spot now, better place.
On some
with
sad
living with a
news,
friend now, so it's fine.
Bella, who pops in once in
Oh,
a while, and
yeah,
you know,
you
guys
guys
know
know
Bella.
this.
She's on a better track right now, but Bella is sick. So you have to send out good vibes for Bella right now. We have more time with her than what we thought. She got really sick, and we were really worried. But she is sick, but we have more time. So please send out good vibes to little Bella Pants.
That's Sarah's cat.
Yeah, they know.
I don't know if you. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
have
she's
a-
Bella Cat Meow.
Yeah,
Every-
Bella's
Oh, yeah.
Bella's featured on the
If
podcast
some
most times.
new listener chose to start with this episode, maybe.
Yeah, this would be a weird episode for anyone to start on. I feel like this is not the regular vibe of our show. But yeah, so just send good vibes out to my pussycat on a real note. Anyway, meow meow.
Meow, 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 meow. Well, that's pretty good. Good updates, everybody.
Yeah, good
Uh,
updates.
If I can think of anything else exciting that's happened in the last 2 months, I'll mention it. But in the meantime, we better get to talk about The Bachelor and the upcoming season of The Bachelorette. I know everyone in my atmosphere, environment, what have you, is very excited about this season. And I always get people coming up to me in the off season, like, "Hey, did you hear this news? So and so did this." There's been a lot happening. A lot of it's happening on Instagram, though.
Yeah, a lot of
Yes,
shit's
That
happening on
seems to
Instagram.
be most of the drama is whether someone liked a comment or there's like a vague reference to somebody else, or Amanda I saw started an Instagram for kids that people are all mad about.
Yeah.
Jade and
Um,
Tanner started one for their unborn child.
baby.
Oh my
Oh
god.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of it's happening on there. Sarah, did you see anything on Instagram recently that's been hot at all?
Well, if we're talking about hot, like this isn't necessarily gossip, but it's sussy. It's nice and sexy. So Robert, who's dating, he was on the Bachelor in Paradise where he wouldn't touch Sarah when they were in bed together.
Right. Yeah,
That's
I
Robert.
remember Robert.
Yeah, and then he's dating what's her name? That was the Soul season and on the season with JoJo, on Ben's season as well. She's a virgin. She's
Oh, Becca?
Becca,
Becca.
yeah.
So they're dating. They've been dating for a while. I bet I even talked about that before on the other one. But he took all these Bachelor alum women to Fiji, and I guess Jordan was there too. Like JoJo, Becca, and a bunch of people from last season. And they took all this for a bathing suit company, but they're like ultra sexy bathing suits and ultra sexy pictures, like crazy pictures. And there's one of JoJo that she posted on her wall where it's like, woo, like it's.
Well, where? Show me.
I'll show you.
I'll tell you what, JoJo is looking good. I only follow her and what's her name from last season, Montreal.
Oh, Vanessa.
Vanessa. I follow her and Vanessa on Instagram, and man, JoJo looks great. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Vanessa looks good too, but something with the Nick Vile connection just doesn't really do it for me.
I mean, pretty.
And he's
heavily
checking out
photoshopped.
old JoJo there.
Yeah, I'm looking at this picture. I mean, let's hold it up. I mean, not that you can really see YouTube.
But
Oh yes,
what
does
are you
look
gonna
good from that.
And Raven was there, and there's pictures of her like uber tanned, like.
But yeah, she does.
Like,
I mean, she looks good.
Orange.
Yeah,
looks
she's
good.
like orange and she's like in the sand, but it's like very sassy. And I feel like immediately all these women became swimsuit models. But I feel like it's flying high on Instagram now. Like if you were just simply on the show, you'll get like 100,000 followers.
I saw who was it? Sarah. Remember her from last season?
She was in Fiji too.
She made the dumbest Instagram video I've ever seen in my life. It was like highly produced. It was like really just her twirling around in like Venice Beach. And it wasn't, I don't even think it was hawking a product. I think it was just
hawking herself. Look at
it's
Kaylee's.
crazy.
Kaylee, man, that's all she does is stuff like that. She'll be like, thinking about tomorrow, and it has like this like indie song on and like her writing in a book, and like it's like a boomerang of her writing a book with this indie song. It's insanity.
She's like Pinterest come to life.
She is Pinterest come to life. And now I get what everyone was saying about her being kind of like fake and stuff, because I definitely think she's superficial.
Quit fiddling with stuff over there, you.
I got stuff to
do. Let's this has been sort of top of the charts in terms of Bachelor news. The demise of Chris Soules.
We gotta hit that first.
Chris Soules' soul is broken at this point. Of course, he got involved in a hit and run, fatal hit and run. Now, it was later revealed he did call 911, which sort of softened the blow a little bit. But the fact remains he left the scene, and when they found his car later on, there were like liquor bottles, I don't know, beer cans or something. But because it was so later, they couldn't test his sobriety.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was likely he was drunk. They can't prove that, but
still doesn't look good.
Had he not been caught before for this?
He had.
So he'd been caught before for this, and I there was something just posted on Reddit. Someone just posted where it was like, he confirmed he did buy liquor before, like immediately before the accident, and then in his car there's open alcoholic beverage containers. So like
brutal.
He was
and then Liv saw something about somebody I think it was Reddit too.
Yeah, on Reddit, somebody in the comments said that they're from the same town in Iowa, and his family, they're not actually farmers. They're really rich, and they just own a farm that other people operate. So his whole, like, I'm a farmer thing is bullshit.
But we see him all the time in videos doing farm work. Is that all made up?
Well, if they own the farm, he can just hop on a tractor whenever he wants.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I see that could be true, but I'm not just gonna fully trust one Reddit comment.
Well, like it's like a super crop.
Anyone
right?
could say
they grow
that.
like soy, which is like a super crop. So like those fields are huge. There's no way one person just runs
No,
it.
exactly.
Like
That's
it's
not
a company that does it. But
so he could still work.
It's possible that
well,
he
this
still
person
lives
also
there.
said that he's a total asshole. So.
Well, that I believe.
I believe
that I believe 100%.
Story checks out.
I feel like anyone can infer that from any of his posts or anything he's done since he's been the Bachelor.
Well, looks like he's going to the slammer because he's been charged with hit and run resulting in death, which I can't imagine he's going to get off too lightly. Yeah, I don't know. Having no familiarity with the American legal system, I have no idea what his fate will be. But because he's
white and he's rich, he might be okay.
Yeah.
He might be okay.
He's going to get off.
I'll
tell you right now, he's going to get off.
Yeah. I think he will too, probably.
For sure he's going to get off. There's no way he's going to go to jail.
But he was working...
Which is a goddamn shame, because he should.
He was working with... What's her name? Is it Jillian Michaels? Who is the Bachelorette that was Jillian.
Harris.
Harris.
Yeah.
She was working with him on his house, and another because she's a decorator or whatever, and she was working interior designer. She was working with another interior designer, and it was like this big reveal, like right before he did this. Right before the big reveal, they'd spent so much money and worked on all this stuff in his house, and it was supposed to be this big thing for this like interior designer, and he just totally screwed everyone over by doing
Yikes.
this.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah. So
Well, we'll keep following this story. Maybe we'll get a little more information as the season of The Bachelorette unfolds. Other news on the Bachelorette Canada front, Jasmine and Kevin officially broke up during our time off here, which we already knew.
Yeah.
I get a feeling they were
broken up months ago.
Yeah, and I think they were contractually obligated to appear together for at least X number of months. I mean, by the time they announced it, nobody even cared anyway, right?
if you followed them on Instagram, though, they were going on trips and stuff together.
Oh, okay.
I felt really bad about like talking about them at the end of their run on Bachelorette Canada, and then like because I was like, oh man, because then they were like, we're really gonna try and make this work, and I was like, oh man, I feel kind of bad because like yeah, they are gonna try and make it work. Well, good for them. I hope it works. And then it turns out we were right pretty much probably all along. Although I do like they did try and make it work.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I feel like with Vanessa and everything, we saw it how hard it is, and I think it's like a really weird situation that everyone dives into because part of them wants to be famous. Everybody does it for that reason. No, like even what's her name, Caitlin Bristow said that. She's like, you do it to be someone, and then maybe you'll find love. And she didn't even believe that she could find love, and she did, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I think they tried. I do think they tried.
Oh, of course they did.
Because they were like going on trips, and she just seems really nice and real.
Yeah,
I don't think she would have faked it.
I just don't like him. I never did. That's why I never supported it. And I thought that they weren't going to last it. And I don't feel bad saying that because I never liked him.
Yeah,
By
the end, he was a real shit. And remember when we met his mom, and it was like, whoa. That's a relationship you want to stay in.
Such a red flag. Like, no.
No, and if you saw their videos, because they would go on trips or whatever, and I'd always follow their like Instagram stories. And at one video, he's like, "Ugh, are you filming again? Stop it."
That one was great.
Let's just eat. Like that's what she put up, and I was like, "Oh."
It wasn't quite as bad as
no,
that.
that's what it was. That's like exactly what it was.
I remember. I was watching it. I'm saying it wasn't 100% that, but it was definitely like just eat. And it was like, oh, come on. Oh, okay. Sorry. It's exactly how you said it. Maybe say that in the microphone so we can all know. Anyways, it was pretty like telling of their relationship where like he just is not fun, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Right.
He just doesn't seem fun. And she's a gem. She's an angel.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's public knowledge. The Bachelor Pod loves Jasmine.
Yeah, she's our number one.
Yeah. Maybe we'll try to get her on the show this time.
Yeah.
This season. Maybe
that'd be great.
We'll send her a DM, see what's up.
We've got to get back in touch with our friends of the show, including Jasmine and our boy Jonathan Torrance. We've got to get him back on. We should
get them both on.
Yeah, we should. That'd be great.
That'd be fun.
We're going to try and hang out with them while we're in PEI.
JT. Yeah. We'll see.
You guys going to PEI?
Yeah. My brother and his partner Mark are getting married in PEI because Mark's from PEI.
Sweet.
So we are really pumped going for a week trip in a beautiful area of PEI. So it's gonna be
That's Prince Edward Island for our American fans.
Yeah, definitely the lesser
Anne of Green Gables.
Of the Canadian provinces by Americans. I'd say.
But most know about Anne of Green Gables. Lots of people know about her.
Yeah, they know that.
She's back, baby.
She's back.
Yeah, big time.
And the big controversy, some gossip about that show that's back. In the Canadian picture for our Canadian network, she has like freckles and like she looks
very natural.
Very
She looks
natural.
like a normal girl.
She has like kind of like Bucky teeth and like she looks really cute. And in the Netflix American version of her, they've cleaned everything up. No freckles, but like her teeth are different. It's pretty brutal. It's pretty embarrassing.
That's really stupid.
Because that's the essence of Anne of Green Gables is what the Canadian version is for sure.
Yeah. Anyways.
Love that, Anne. Well, we got to talk about, this is also recent news. Nick has a new company that he debuted on Instagram, I believe. It's
the Polished Gent.
The Polished Gent. And it's some sort of grooming product subscription service.
It's ridiculous. So I've gotten a prescription service before of makeup, and it's like $10, and you get like 5 products, but it's such a crazy deal. This is $80 to $130 a month, and for them you either get 2 or 3 products. I'm like, excuse me. 2 or 3 products, and it's supposed to be for like rich people. This is basically what he's created. Who's spending what?
There you go.
Yeah. So
That's the exact opposite of what he should do. You
Yes.
should make it for people who don't have a lot of money, because anyone who's rich is just gonna go buy it themselves. And someone on Reddit was like, but if he sends you like a thing of moisturizing cream, that's gonna last way longer than a month. So why would
Exactly.
you need another thing of moisturizing cream the next month?
100%.
There's not a lot of men's products. You get your shaving cream, you got your moisturizer.
there's a lot.
What else?
There's
That's
a lot of
if
men's
you
products.
use moisturizer. I'd
Yeah.
say.
But he's
That's a big
talking about
difference
like
there.
a guy like him. He probably uses those products a lot. Like I bet he's gearing towards guys that are as coiffed as he is. But
It's like the beginning of American Psycho. You know how many products he uses?
and yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, I guess so.
Those things are all just major rips, anyways.
Yeah.
It's just promotional stuff the companies are getting rid of. It costs them basically nothing, and then they charge you $40 a month or whatever.
I was like, oh, cool, like a monthly service. Maybe it'll be like $30. It's insanely priced. There's like the hair, there's face, and then there's hair, so you can pick between those 2 boxes, or you can get both every month. No one goes through that much shampoo. Nobody.
If I started a subscription service of just junk from my house, would you guys be into that?
I'd be into it. We get rid of stuff.
So for
Give
$20,
me a sample box. What's in box
okay.
number 1 that I'm
Well,
getting?
just looking around right now.
We could give that journal away. You don't use it that much.
That's not mine. That's yours.
Well, your version of that journal.
Yeah, you'll get a little journal with
get a
some
little-
writing in the first few pages of it.
Yeah.
You'll get a pair
one
of
of
scissors.
one of our inspiration boards
Yeah,
here.
a pair of scissors and a dream board. That's your
There you
first
go.
month right there.
Not bad. How
That's-
much you charging? 30?
$5.
25?
I'd say
I'd say
$5.
no. You know what? I'm gonna go 10 or 15. You gotta attach some value to it.
Okay.
Like $15.
If anybody wants that, it'll be an option on our.
It'll be called stupid junk.
Stupid junk. Which is basically what they all are.
Which is what they all are.
I won't do it again. I did one.
The geek ones where you get like a Funko Pop and like a thing of the Batman. It's like our friend Vince has one of those, and there's so much stupid garbage lying around his office now, and he's just like, I can't remember which one this is. I can't stop it. It just keeps coming. He signed up for so many of them, and then systematically had to cancel them all. But there's one he doesn't know what he's getting. Like
My makeup
hilarious.
one, it was $12 a month. And I just kept getting anti-aging creams every single month. And that's all I'd get. I get like 3 anti-aging creams. And I was like, I have to stop. I don't need these creams.
You'll
That's
live
like
forever.
Friends of ours got one of those like things that sends you a bunch of fresh ingredients
Oh, yeah.
and then instructions on how to make the meal or whatever.
Yeah, like a Blue Apron type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said like the last one, the stuff it isn't even chopped up.
No.
And it's like they gave us 1 beet. I think there was other stuff, but
Yeah,
like
but-
a singular beet that you must
1
peel
beet.
and yeah. Anyway, I don't
So
get it, man.
stupid.
Cook yourself. It's not that hard.
Yeah, just go buy that stuff yourself. It'll cost you a fraction of what it costs to buy it from Blue Apron.
But also with Nick though, he was on Dance with the Stars.
Of course, yeah, we got to talk about
Yeah,
that.
how
Sarah,
do you do? Because Liv and I didn't watch any
Yeah.
of that.
Sarah,
Yeah.
you're the expert. You're the
I'm the
Dancing with
expert.
Stars
So I
expert
do
here
have a new
now.
podcast, Dancing with the Comedians.
Yep.
I will just put that out there one last time with my friend Anessa. So she's got like I wasn't necessarily into Dancing with the Stars before, but we do love to dance together, and I watch it once in a while. I'm like, let's do the podcast about it. So she kind of is the old pro, and I'm the newbie. But Nick did do better every week. He really did. And he did try very hard, and he did have a very good attitude. And
And a good partner too, right? Peta
yeah,
was
he had a
his
really
partner?
good partner. PETA is like one of the premium people you want to dance with.
She's
there.
won before, right?
Oh, I'm sure. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
for
I
sure,
think she's
but
won
she's with one of the Russians there, and marrying that guy. They had a baby, and she just had a baby, and Vanessa was always there, and yeah, he did fine. He's not a great dancer, But I feel like they were harder on him. Like I used to always get mad when they weren't hard on Mr. T because Mr. T's garbage.
Yeah, but he's like 70 or 80
I know,
years
but
old.
just trust. It did get frustrating when they would like really push hard because they're equally as bad. Like you know what I mean? Like, so why be so hard on Nick? You're just being super nice to Mr. T because he's an old guy.
Who had cancer and everything.
Yeah, not at the time while he was dancing. Andy.
No, I know. It's part of his story, though.
Yeah, everyone had sad stuff in their story, but there's a guy on it, right?
You must admit, Nick did it.
No, Nick.
That was one
So
of the
their most
problems
memorable
with that.
year. Everyone had their memorable years, and like Mr. T was when he had cancer. This guy Bonner was when he broke his back. Chris Kattan, I think. I don't
Chris
know.
Kattan was it the?
I don't know if he was still there. Chris Kattan got it in a week
no,
too,
I don't
but
think
he had.
was, yeah.
They really doubled up on people. They had 2 guys that broke their back. They had 2 Olympians. They had all this stuff. But Nick's most memorable year was this past year. That was it. That's what he chose.
Yeah,
He really. And we were
boring.
like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But he had a sexy move once with Vanessa that was quite sexy. He like picked her up and made out with her in front of everyone, and everyone was like,
Ooh la la. He loves picking chicks up and kissing them
yeah, this is main jam.
and squeezing their butts.
Yeah, he does. He like took a full video of Vanessa's butt once on Facebook.
Whoa.
Cool.
Instagram story. Yeah. But I thought he did pretty good. I thought out of a lot of people, like Bonner didn't have a great attitude near the end, but Nick was
Who
really
is Bonner.
well, I know Food Hussy and I know Kara have listened to both. They're right with me with
That's
all
true,
of
yeah,
this.
yep.
And some other people, but Bonner is like this. What would we say? I call
Bonner's
him Boner.
he's
I call him Boner.
Sounds like an Australian person saying Bono.
Bonner.
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 Bonner. Bono.
He's a what would we-
Bono.
That'd be Bono.
Bono. Bono.
He's a bull rider and a bull
Yeah.
fucking snapped his back. So
His
Rider?
neck, right?
Bull rider.
Oh, bull
I don't know
rider.
if he broke.
He's
yeah,
like a rodeo guy, right?
he's a rodeo guy. Yeah. And trust, when we saw him, we're like, why is this guy here? Who
Yeah.
is this guy? But I guess he's quite popular in those circles, and he's very attractive. I think that's part of why he was chosen. But he just got kicked off because he did break his back and is having a very difficult time. It was a year ago.
Oh, that's not a lot of recovery.
No, that's like he broke it a year ago because that was a thing. So when we
1 year ago, the guy was basically paralyzed.
yeah, and now he's on Dancing with the Stars, being like, "You need to show some emotion," and it's like, "Screw you!
I'm
broke
trying
my
to walk
back."
here, man.
But Chris Kattan had broken. Did you guys know this? Chris Kattan
yeah.
broke his neck like 12 years ago. So they had rival breaking neck stories.
And Chris Kattan was like, he tried, but unfortunately, this neck injury that he had just like 10 years ago was really brutal.
I think it
and
really took away his confidence.
Yeah, really messed him up, and I think that's kind of one of the reasons you haven't really seen Chris Kattan do a lot in the last 10
Apparently
years.
they had asked him years ago, but because of the neck stuff, he couldn't.
Yeah,
do it.
so but then it's like, but then when he got kicked off, which is pretty early, he was like, well, I just wish that the next stuff would have been brought up more, and you guys would have known about it. Meanwhile, like the whole episode before was just fully talking about how his neck was broken. It's like, nah, Chris, we know.
You just had a
He was
rival
a little
neck.
bitter. It was not like he could have gone out in a very nice way, and we all would have been like, good for you for being here and your neck injury and all this. But instead, everyone's like, fuck off.
In a way, but we also Ness and I.
I mean, I
we
still
agree
feel
with
bad
that.
for him, but
we
it's
feel
still-
bad because he had a rival neck breaking story that was much better. It was a
true.
year ago.
That's true. 1 year ago, and
you
the guy
can't
was
compete.
fully paralyzed for a while.
Fully paralyzed, and now he is doing the cha-cha.
Anyways, this isn't Dancing with the Comedians. If you want to get that scoop, go over to Dancing with the Comedians.
Yeah.
Go to that iTunes feed.
But Nick did do. I thought he had a great attitude because he can have
Yeah.
a bad attitude sometimes, and he did have a good attitude the whole time.
I just realized that if you look at the URL of his new company, polishedgent.com, it almost looks like the Polish Edge.
That's
Polish
how I read it when I
edge.
saw it just then. Polish edged.
That's a huge fuck up on his part.
Polish edged.
So while we were on vacation, a friend of mine sent me a text that she had some dirt on Jordan Rogers. I wouldn't say this is dirt, but someone she knows who will remain nameless has had a little interaction with him just before he filmed his season. So if you guys don't mind, I think I'll read that text now.
This is before
So
the
it's before.
season.
Okay. So
Yeah,
before Joe.
okay. Here we go. So long story short, he slid into this person's DMs, which I'm not very into the new tech talk, but I think that just means he must have sent this person a message, right?
A direct message
direct
on
message,
Instagram because you can direct message anybody.
And this was before he went on the show.
Oh, okay.
He sent her selfies, and this person saw some of them. Lots were of him laying in bed with a man bun, and then they were supposed to meet up, but then he went dark, and the next thing she knew, he was on The Bachelorette. So then she texted him and was like, "So are you engaged now?" And he was like, "Haha, can't say, but it was fun." So then we all know what happened there. And then the funny part is his opening line was so lame. It was Happy New Year's Eve, or as we say in Nashville, Happy Nashville Eve.
No one says that in Nashville. I promise you.
That was accompanied with a professional club photo of him dancing.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
So before he was on the show, he was just randomly propositioning women using high quality photographs of him dancing and terrible lines.
Real cool guy.
Oh wow.
But hey man, he ended up with JoJo, so whatever.
I thought when you brought this up that this was after they'd been
No,
together.
no,
That's
I
why I
wasn't.
was like, whoa.
Me too, because
Yeah,
that would be a huge scoop.
That would have been a big scoop. But hey, just like on The Bachelorette, we promise something huge, and then it's usually not that
Wow,
big.
I forgot you were talking about Jordan. I thought it was Nick, so I was like, man bun. What?
Yeah.
Wait, what? I was very confused.
Jordan Rogers, whose
George
brother
George.
Aaron Rogers
George.
is now broken up with Olivia Munn. So
Yeah.
maybe the Rogers family can do some mending.
Oh,
Yeah.
Apparently,
they?
well,
Yeah.
if the tabloids are
Multiple
to believe.
sources have said that she is the one who caused the family strife.
Multiple. You're right. I do.
The only.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead, sir.
I do think Lauren or whatever,
Lauren Bushnell?
Bushnell. I think they're coming to an end.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're coming
Yeah,
to
they
it, for sure.
never take, but they did this series for Disney and Disney weddings, so I think they're keeping up the act that they are together for now, and they haven't said anything.
Yeah.
But I like if you look at her pictures, she's like partying with girlfriends and stuff, and she hasn't put up a picture of him in like a month or something.
Sounds
not
about
together.
right.
Lauren turned off comments of her recent posts or something too on Instagram.
Yeah,
or something
probably
like
because
that.
people.
So like and that's just due to people getting wind of what's happening.
Yeah, like there's
comments, yeah.
I think on some of her posts, but not
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of them. But hold on one second.
There was also that thing, this isn't really that big, but Corinne put up an Instagram photo of her lying sexily in a bed next to a mystery man. So a lot of people were like, is this mystery man mean she's not going to go to paradise? No, she's going to be in paradise.
Of
Come
course
on.
she is.
Of course she is, right? I'd be shocked
It'd
if
be
she
a
weren't in paradise.
bad business decision
Yeah,
not to
yeah.
go to paradise.
And she's a businesswoman, so she knows.
It really would be. It really would be a bad business decision, strictly speaking. But like we talked about during the season, like she was definitely dating someone, and I guess that means she still is.
Yeah.
But aren't
Could
they
be, could be.
filming? Are they not filming Bachelor in Paradise? Oh, I guess they'll film it after.
Yeah. Because the Bachelorette must just be wrapping up filming now, right?
Yeah,
I would guess.
probably.
Yeah,
Whatever,
probably.
man. It's gonna be ready to go in a couple of weeks, so I don't even care.
Yeah.
Did you see? I also saw this on Reddit today. It was a little further back, but some reality show site. I don't know if this is a leak or if it was public, but
Yeah.
a press release about the upcoming season, which really explained everything that goes down. I started reading it, and then I decided not to because I don't want spoilers. And the only thing I saw is that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will be making an appearance this season.
All right.
Can't wait for that.
We did it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Can't wait to see him and see what he has to do during the basketball-related challenge, I'm sure.
Exactly. I'll tell you, I can't wait for this first episode when we get to meet the guys and talk about them, because that's my favorite part of doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Is objectifying these men.
Rating
Our
the
favorites.
hunks. Please, rating the hunks.
Yeah.
That's the fun way to say it.
I do want to. I'm going to project this for next season. We just did it. I like do in our podcast, Marry, Fuck, Kill. We got to do some Marry, Fuck, Kills on these guys.
It's a classic game that is timeless, and I agree.
Yeah, yeah. It's very fun to see. I love knowing who people would kill.
Let us once the I don't think the cast pages are up yet on ABC, but when they are, probably next week, we should all pick a top 3 based purely on pictures.
Sweet.
And then we'll do a top 3 based on after the first episode.
Great
So
idea.
can't
Great
even
idea.
read their bios?
No, you can read their bios.
Okay.
But based
you know,
on what they give us, kind of thing.
Right.
What
yeah, it's always a whole different story when you actually meet them on the show. But,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much all I had to say about the show.
Yeah, that's about all the
Yeah, I
gossip.
mean,
We're all watching Survivor right now as well.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
big.
right.
Talk to you guys about that off air.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
yeah. It's pretty hot. It's pretty hot. A hot
It's a
season.
fun show.
Yeah.
I gotta say, everyone out there listening who are big Bachelor heads, man, I forgot how good Survivor was.
Yeah, Andy and I watched it a lot together. Everyone's watched it at some point, I feel, at this point in our lives. But you got to get back. This season, I say go watch all the episodes and get on
caught
track
up.
with this.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, us too.
Tremendous
time.
news.
Big time back.
Big time back.
I guess I don't know. We're not going to talk about it, but it's
Nah.
it's awesome.
It's awesome. We'll go watch
good
it. It's dramatic.
Yeah, it's a game changer season.
Deb
All
is
the-
insane.
Bunch of all stars.
But I won't say more than that.
I love
she's
that.
a
Yeah, we'll have to
nutbar.
talk about this. We'll have to talk about this off air.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants, you can ask us on Twitter our thoughts about Survivor.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I think that's kind of. I mean, we're all caught up now, right?
That's it. I mean,
Yeah, if
what's
something
been happening.
big happens between now and next week, maybe we'll come back on, do a quick one. But other than that, I think we'll probably cruise into episode 1.
I did forget. I mean, I don't like to talk about him too much because I don't like giving him the satisfaction of airtime. But Chad's been talking a lot of smack about Chase and Robbie. He's got like this huge beef going on with these guys. And the funny thing is like he's such a piece of shit, but he's so right about these guys. He's bang on about them, like the stuff that they've been posting, and there's like videos of these guys. And then I was like, yeah, but I was like, yeah, Robbie seems like a bit of a douche, but I'm like, but Chase seems all right. And then there's just like, and then all of a sudden there's like pictures of Chase, Robbie, and Josh hanging out.
Oh,
And it's like, oh, guys,
Ew.
maybe.
yeah, they all
maybe
went
Chad's
to
right about
some premiere together, and Josh was like, "Thanks for letting me bring all my friends." Like he's some hotshot who brought these guys. They're all, and he was wearing this very thick leather jacket in Los Angeles.
They need to like the Bachelor. I gotta say this before we go too. The Bachelor franchise, the family. They need to cut this guy out, man.
He'll be in Bachelor in Paradise.
They need to cut. I know. He's a piece of shit, man.
Oh,
yeah,
and
he's
brutal.
a true piece of shit.
guys, I have a little Easter egg.
Him and Chad and Josh, both of them need to get like don't have them involved
Yeah.
in anything.
Bachelor World Easter egg in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
All I'm going to say is look for the producer that has the crazy hair. I don't want to say anything about it because I don't want people who really love like the Marvel universe. I don't want to give up anything.
Yeah.
But he is in the film. So
what's his
check
name
it out. I don't remember his name.
Elon Gale or something.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's buddies with our boy JTT.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
wait,
Jonathan
Taylor
Taylor
Thomas? No, JT.
Jonathan Taylor
Torrance.
Thomas.
Taylor Torrance.
I don't know what Jonathan Taylor Torrance. Yeah, they're buddies. So
They're buddies. He's in this movie, and I spotted him immediately without knowing he was in it.
yeah,
And I did know he was in it, and I forgot that's who I was looking for.
Yeah.
that movie's wicked.
It's so
yeah, I had a
good.
fun time with that movie. I gotta say,
I haven't
enjoyed
seen it, so stop talking about it.
We're not giving anything away here.
Okay, cool. All right, well, that seems like it's it. So
Yeah.
Good warm up. Good warm up.
we'll see you guys in 2 weeks when we start talking about the Bachelorette proper.
And in 2 weeks, it's my birthday.
The one
Just
thing,
putting that out there.
the one thing I'm just gonna say is weird. Just before we end, it's weird that they haven't given us a full trailer yet. By this point, there's at least a trailer of what's going to happen in this
the
season.
bios are usually up
Well,
by
we
now
got
too,
the
right?
unprecedented late start.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
I like the her video they keep her commercial is sick. She looks very powerful in it.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
Right.
yeah.
Sweet. Well, but next time you hear us, we'll be back in Canada, right?
I won't be, but
But then you will be.
But then
for
I
the
will be,
episode
yeah.
2. Yeah. Okay. So I'll be back in Canada for sure. So, all right. Well, yeah. All right, guys. We'll see everyone in 2 weeks. Bachelorette. It's been good catching up with you. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
If you want to contact us, you can reach out to us on social media. We're at The Bachelor Pod on Twitter, and individually, we're at Andy Holbone.
At Glenn McCauley.
At Olivia McCauley.
At the Sarah Hillier, that's at sign THESARAHHILIER.
If you want to support the show directly, you can go to patreon.com/thebachelorpod and donate there. Otherwise, we're thebachelorpod@gmail.com for an email and thebachelorpod.ca. That's our website.